So if you guys watched the previous video on the YouTube channel, then you guys saw that I was on my way to the jetty, right? When suddenly I took a little detour. I kind of spotted some schools of bait fish at another spot around the area here in Atlantic City, and I decided to tie on the EPF swim and give a few casts. If you haven't really checked that video yet, I highly recommend it. EPF swim, ultralight fishing in the New Jersey salt, right? We ended up catching some pretty interesting species of fish there. Well, I tell you what, I was still on my way to the jetty, right? As you guys can see, the jetty is actually right over there when suddenly I stumbled upon this wonderful place right here, kind of like a little sandy flat combination with some pools of water there at the back that may have some micros, right? Species that I haven't caught yet during this trip. Of course, I had to stop by and explore a little bit. So we're doing a second detour from the jetty. Our main objective is to explore this place, see if there's anything different than what I usually catch here in Atlantic City. You know, I kind of realize every time I come here to AC, I always fish the same fishing spots. How are you going to land different species of fish or even new species for the life list if you keep hitting the same spots all the time, right? So first things first, I'm gonna set up my micro rod, tie on a Tanago hook or something, and see if there are any micros around there that we don't have yet. There are some real juicy pools back there, you know? You just never know, right? A lifer may just show up, so let's get started. We're starting this afternoon real good, huh? Usually when I use the Tanago hook, I tend to tie it directly on my fishing line and just put a split shot on, right? But I left Atlantic City in a hurry and I forgot my split shots. Check it out. We got a tackle box right here filled with sinkers and Euro tackle jigs, but no split shots. Thankfully, I brought my swivels with me, so this is going to act as weight. One tiny piece of shrimp on the Tanago. I'm going to explore a little bit. You know what? Since we have some little pools right here in this little metal, I don't even know what this was back in the days, but it does look juicy, you know, the areas around here. I'm gonna get started and see what we can find. Okay. Someone's living here? What the heck's going on here? Oh, anyways. There we go. Watch and learn. The first thing that we need is a little piece of wood. Then you come to the pools of water over here and you see all this vegetation over here. You use the piece of wood and very gently just scrape around it. As you scrape around it, let me tell you, all the life that is hiding within this algae are going to start swimming out here in the open. There are a bunch of crabs down there. I see some tiny shrimp, but what we really want is fish, right? Any type of tiny micro that I've never seen before. That's the stuff we really want. Guys, you ain't gonna believe this, but inside this little pool of water right here, I believe I saw something that looks like a little goby. I'm not 100% sure, but I'll try to catch it. Oh my lord. The little goby got it. And I got the little whatever this is. What is that? Holy smokes, folks. Whatever that is. New species, bro. What is that? Well, let's put it in the bucket for now. on the Tanago. You guys can see it in the mouth. Hitting new spot. What did APF say, man? You're gonna hit new spots for new species, son. Hell yeah. Dude over there thinks I'm crazy, probably. You know, I don't know about catching big fish, trophy fish, right? The essence of my fishing, it stays unchanged after 6 years here on this YouTube channel. You come out here, you explore a new spot, you see what's under there, right? Because you're curious about it. And I tell you what, new species, boy, inside the jackal egg bucket on the Tanago. Now, I am no expert when it comes to these things, because this is my first one ever, all right? You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of a mussel blenny that I've caught in the west coast of the United States of America. But if I am not wrong, this little fella is actually the naked Goby. You guys can correct me if I am wrong. I mean, I'm definitely no expert when it comes to this subject, right? But it is a new species for me regardless. It is my first ever Goby from New Jersey. And I be fishing New Jersey. Let me tell you, I be fishing New Jersey for a long time, okay? Look at the size of that little creature. I was just exploring the little pools of water right here, right? During high to low tide. And I saw this little fella right in there. And I tell you what, this dude is actually quite translucent. It's almost invisible. Let me show you here real quick, but look at that. I just gave it some water. This thing is almost transparent. Well, okay, maybe not. You guys can't really see it, but at naked eye level, hell yeah. I'm gonna put it back right here. That is a species 300 and you see, just went under the rock right there. This is a species number 339 for me, I believe, something like that. Recently, I took off the jewelfish from my Lifelist, right? I did a full post about that on Instagram. You guys can go there and read all about it. I'm gonna talk everything about this in this video later, okay? But for now, I need to focus on those pools while there is still water in it. You know, folks, I can tell you all that that Goby that I caught around these areas, it was a very lucky catch, because that was like the only Goby that I've seen around here. I've seen a lot of shrimp around these areas. Also, you have a lot of these little tiny crabs like this one over here, right? There's some other type of crab that is even bigger than that one that I found a bunch of them right around this area. Oh, like this one right over here. Oh, that's actually the same species as before, but a bunch of hermit crabs and things like that, but definitely not a lot of fish. So I'm going to go all the way back there and see if there are some schools of micros over there, do microfishing a little bit more, and then we're going to punch some bait out there in the sandy flats to see if there are any bigger species, right, of fish out there too. We're gonna explore this place 120%. Oh yes, son. Oh yes. So I got one of them right over here. I can tell you that at least we got some inland, some Atlantic Silversides over here on the Tanago, the Menidia. Let me put this one in the bucket for now. You know, folks, I'm gonna save you some boredom and just let you know that I fished the end over there with the Tanago for quite a bit, and the only species that I caught on tiny pieces of shrimp was the Atlantic Silverside, the Menidia. Nothing really unusual, you know what I'm saying? So right now I'm kind of switching it up to the Euro tackle jig. Once again, I'm going to put on a little EPF swim because check it out, right next to this metal structure, there are actually some rocks with algae on it. You guys see that? And I tell you all what, this is actually a perfect environment for little Blennies and stuff like that, right? Don't even talk Goby. That Goby was top of the crop, very surprising. What if we actually find some of New Jersey Blennies right over here, right? So before I start casting the bigger rods out there to explore the sandy flats, okay, we gotta at least run the EPF swim for a round around here to see what else is around. Patience is key, young grasshoppers. We're gonna do a little bit of everything. So, oh, we got a hit on the shrimp all the way out there. Whatever's hitting on the shrimp doesn't seem to be on though. Okay, it's still hitting. Tiny. Kingfish, when they hit, usually they hit hard. So I mean, whatever this is, doesn't feel like it is a kingfish. That being said, we can't just let it steal our bait. So let's see if it is something new or something that we've caught already. Oh my lord, it's a puffer. Look at that. Oh yeah, that's a species we haven't caught yet, all right? I'll give you that. Not during this trip. A pufferfish. This is the northern puffer. Sphoeroides maculatus. Yet another species, huh? For this New Jersey trip. Man, look at that eye, huh? That's a gorgeous eye right there. Usually you guys see these from Florida, right? You guys don't really get to see this from New Jersey, but yes, we have them up here north too, hence the name northern puffer, right? Different than the southern puffer, which is the Sphoeroides nephelus, and also the checker puffer, right, which is the Sphoeroides testudinus. I guess we also can't forget the band-tail puffer, which is the Sphoeroides spengleri, but you guys get the idea. Yeah, all right, so they are around. I wanted to catch a kingfish for the coalition on Instagram. With these folks around, not sure if that's going to be possible now. That was a beautiful puffer, huh? Now, let me tell you, catching one puffer is truly phenomenal. You look at it, right? Wow, northern puffer, right? Such a beautiful creature. But once you start getting puffer bites non-stop, well, that's a different story. First and foremost, they tend to swallow the hook, right? Which is not good for the fish, and it is not good for you either, because you lose your gear. And even when they don't swallow the hook, they tend to bend your hooks, right? So there's just no winning when it comes to these puffers out there, which is why I decided to move from the little wall structure area all the way to the sandy area over here. I got my rig out there with 2 pieces of shrimp, but the action out here is pretty slow. You know, if the bottom line of the previous video on the channel was about bait appreciation, I would say that the bottom line of this video, right, the moral of the story is that you should go out there and get out of your comfort zone. I come here to Atlantic City every year. I've been coming here for years, and I still can't wrap it around my mind that I have never explored this area. In particular, that very juicy area right over there where I called the naked goby, right? A new species for me. The bottom line is, doesn't matter where you are around the world, right? Doesn't matter if you're a life lister, a multi-species angler, go out there, expand your horizons, get out of your comfort zone, because yeah, some days you may fail. Some days nothing exciting is going to happen. However, when you go out and you explore new places, right, and you actually do strike gold, let me tell you, it is one of the best feelings in the world. All right, I'm gonna put the GoPros away now. You know, I'm pretty much done with the work, right? I'm gonna explore this area a little bit more, fish for fun, right? Because I need that for myself as well. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. New species, huh? 339. I'm still going to bring you guys some more Atlantic City videos, so don't worry. We will eventually get to that jetty. I promise you that much. So tie lines, and I'll see you guys next time. This is truly unbelievable. What a day in New Jersey. Do you guys see that? Do you guys see that over there? I was just punching my Tanago at the end over there. You know, done with the video, right? Just fishing for fun, put my GoPros away, keep pulling, Atlantic Silverside, Atlantic Silverside. Then suddenly I pull one, I'm like, man, what the heck is this? Never seen it before, right? Turns out, another new species on the Tanago. Look at that. The Bay anchovy is species 340. You know what? I'm just going to tell you all, go out there and explore new fishing spots for the sake of multi-species and life listing, okay? This fish has got a weird ass mouth, man, but it definitely went for it because I hooked it in the mouth. I'm gonna release it right over here. Man, I kept pulling Silverside after Silverside, you know? Then I saw this fella right here. Eee, is it going to be okay? It is a very abundant species of it's just faking that. Look at that, huh? You're just faking it, man. It is a very abundant species of fish, right, in the Atlantic Ocean. So even if that one died, I would just save it as cut bait. Needless to say, new species. And now I'm really ready to finish the day, okay? We need to hop and go to that jetty.